So on to the 20th of June, and it's another slow day in the air due to weather, although there is some movement up around Cherbourg to look at here after I've gone through the squadron summaries. So 441 Squadron reports that 4 pilots who went to England on 16 June returned with 4 aircraft. 4 other aircraft were also ferried in today. 2 aircraft were scrambled to patrol the immediate area, but no enemy aircraft were seen. 442 Squadron describes the day as overcast, windy, and cool. At 10:30, there was the first pay parade in Franks for the airlift party. Quiet until 15:15 hours when the aircraft were cleaned by the flyers. Some publicity for the wing and the squadron today with the arrival of the June 14th issue of Wings Abroad. A picture of Flight Lieutenant Dover and Flight Officer Robillard on the front page, the picture taken at Ford on the 10th of June, and I'll surely show that picture here as I edit later. The boys also heard that they appeared in the newsreels at the English cinemas. And I know the exact footage it's referring to here, and I'll have a link in the video description to the full reel taken on the 10th. It shows basically everything that's described in the Wings Abroad newsletter for the 10th. I'm still working on deciphering some little details from it and putting something together with it, but you can see the entire thing in the video description. The British Army put on an outdoor musical show from 1800 to 1900 hours, featuring an orchestra, a singer, and a dancer. First day in France, and the first for many weeks when the squadron was not in the air, and total flying hours nil. And then 443, weather continuing cloudy with strong wind, but rain has ceased. Routine readiness, but no sorties flown. Flight Officer Horrell has reported back to the squadron after flying a replacement aircraft over from the GSU at Red Hills, Surrey. Due to readiness no longer than 30 minutes, it is impossible to allow the pilots away from camp. We saw descriptions of the various readiness states a couple of videos back. At present, their time is mainly passed playing cards. Enemy activity at night over the airfield continues. It is of a small scale, but is of a great nuisance value. Nil flying time for the 20th. And the only sortie airborne for the day, operationally, was 1300 to 1325. 2 aircraft scrambled. And on closer inspection of the number there, that is 1315, so just a quick up and down 15-minute scramble, uneventful. So that's it for the flying for the day, and there is a big push up here around Cherbourg around this time. Even though the flying is bad, the ground war goes on. Now we have already, I believe, seen this overlay a few days ago showing the American forces making their push to cut off Cherbourg, and that would have been completed on the 18th, and the next overlay shows the positions on the night of the 18th by the blue sort of hatched line. Yesterday on the 19th, they would have pushed up to the bolder blue line that you see here. That would have been, and I'll try to decipher some of this, 9th Infantry Division on the west side of the peninsula, pushing north. We have, looks like 79th Infantry Division in the center, 4th Infantry Division on the right. So big gains by the 9th Infantry on the left until we hit some of this high ground around Cherbourg, and we can see the German positions up here making a ring around Cherbourg as of the 20th and 21st, so this is how things would have stood over the next couple of days, and then we get into a slightly more prolonged push to take Cherbourg itself, running from the 22nd to the 26th. So we'll save that for a little bit later, and I'll wrap things up for the 20th here, so thanks again for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow on the 21st.